Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Video Game Drive-By. So we're gonna do a little something we've missed out on about 2 years in a row now.
Yeah.
This is something we used to do on December 31st. We would do sort of a year-end wrap-up where we'd go back and we'd cover like what our favorite games were, least favorite, what was surprisingly good, surprisingly bad, and then think about like what's our most anticipated game. So we decided to sure, why not? Okay, thank you.
Just play something while we talk.
God, yeah, just it's all what? No, just go. So, do you have any choice?
I've never played any of these games before.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we need to play Captain Commando.
Okay.
I think. Oh, can we not? I think it has. Heck it, let's go.
Yeah. Even if it's just one player, we can still talk while you smack things around.
Well, even I think you can. I think you can press start during it. Let me try to. Go ahead and press start.
Oops.
That's
wrong
not
button.
the start button, Brian.
I can't get out of that.
Are you serious?
There you go.
And try start.
There it is. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm calling dibs on Commando.
Okay. Well, I'm calling Baby Commando because Baby Commando totally gives me
I was about to say, I kind of figured.
Bon vibes.
Yeah, Baby Commando would be right up your alley.
Yeah.
He definitely seems like your character. But okay, so the past 2 years, so from 2020 onward, what would you say was your favorite game?
That we played.
Yeah, like on the show. Yeah, this is
on the show.
We're going with specific on the show stuff.
I know. Unfortunately, we didn't get as many games in as we wanted to because, well, gestures broadly at the past 2 years.
Yeah, because we looked back at the list of videos we've done in the past 2 years, and it's been a lot more like longer play games.
Yeah.
So there hasn't been as many. Like, there's been fewer titles, but we've at least completed more.
I mean, I've enjoyed most of what we've played, but I'm going to have to go with, like, the one that I enjoyed the most from beginning to end without major problems. I really enjoyed Tales from the Borderlands.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Like, the story was so well written. I cared about almost all the characters. It's a better written story than the Borderlands games, and they have really good writing as is.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'd say they have good writing, but...
They have really funny writing.
Yes.
Some of their writing hasn't aged well. I think Tales from the Borderlands aged a lot better.
Yeah.
And it's better acted, well, for the most part.
Well, yeah, I mean, because the big thing was, for Tales, they kind of had to... That was their big thing, it was story.
Yeah. And I'm excited that Tales are back, and they're straight up doing Wolf Among Us 2 now, so I'm excited for that.
Oh, they're doing Wolf 2?
Yes! They even did like a whole making-of documentary the other day. I'll have to show it to you. But yeah, that's a must-play. Just, we're going to play that one.
Not on the channel, though, because you said that there is very clearly a strip club.
Well, that was the first game. I don't know how the sequel is, but good point.
Right.
I don't know what's there. Yeah. We'll tell y'all how good it is later.
Okay. I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah.
'Cause you did say that that Wolf Among Us was the best, at the time, was the best Telltale games.
Yeah. It still is, in my opinion. I've played
Still
quite
is?
a few.
Okay.
I know a lot of people who put the Walking Dead ones there, but I haven't completed all of those, because at this point, that's a lot to ask of me.
Well, The Walking Dead, I can definitely say the first one was good.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem was the second, well, as you go further in, they start having to, like, dumb down the effects that those choices that you make would have, because then they had to like cram all of the possibilities into each game.
Yep.
So you don't always have like I'm trying to think how to put it.
It gets exponentially more complex the more iterations you introduce into it.
Right. So as a result, you can't have every single thing that could potentially happen. You just have everything eventually, like, crosses back in on itself.
Yeah, and then just don't reference some of your choices.
Right. Well, they'll reference a lot of them, but they do it super quick.
Yeah.
And they seem so trivial a lot of the time.
That was the only gripe I had with Tales from the Borderlands, is sometimes I couldn't tell the outcome of our decisions. Like, it didn't feel like we made an impact on where the plot was going.
Yeah, some of them were kind of... just didn't feel like they had any effect on them.
Yeah, until we got to the end and realized that some of the characters could have straight up still been alive by the end.
Yeah, like telling Felix there's a bomb in the suitcase. Meanwhile, I was like, no, it's fine. Go ahead. Open it, asshole. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, buddy.
Hey, Cyberblanca.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ow.
But,
You hit a baby?
He hit a baby with a spear gun. But I would say my favorite game of the 2 years was, what was it? Animal Crossing.
Ah.
I gotta go with Animal Crossing. Like, I spent so much dang time on it. And I'm sure someone's gonna get mad that, oh, well, it's such a basic game, there's not a whole lot of... Dude, whatever, I mean, I have almost as... I think I might have more time, actually, on it than I do on Splat. Splat's been out for years longer.
Oh, yeah. And I tried to exclude games that, like, on my own time I fell in love with more, you know, like Doom Eternal and,
Well, I think that was another thing we did.
Yeah, because...
I think that was the thing we did was games that we've played, like, in our own time.
Yeah. Because, like, if I was going to go with a game that we played, like, I mean, Doom Eternal would kind of win. Oh, I'm a different character now because I died and hit continue and didn't select my character.
Yeah, you just kind of picked whoever.
But, you know, because, I mean, I've spent a lot of time with Doom Eternal, and I'm still playing the Horde mode they just introduced because it's so freaking good. But, you know, because, I mean, I went into it knowing already that I like Doom Eternal. It's also why I'm not like, oh, The Surge, because that was my game of the year.
It was last time.
Yeah. Like, the year that it came out and the year that I played it, so the year I made you play it doesn't count.
Right. Alright, so what would you say is your least favorite game? Of the 2 years?
I hate saying it because I've enjoyed all the games we've played, but there's one where, like, by the end of it, I was like, I wish this game was over by now. And that sadly was Shantae. And it wasn't that it was a bad game, the writing was clever, the gameplay was a Metroidvania, so I loved it, but it wasn't the best Metroidvania I've played. I actually enjoyed that Toho
Oh, yeah, Double
Metroid
Focus?
Yeah, I enjoyed it more.
Yeah, Double Focus was actually really good.
You know, and I play a lot of Metroidvania games. I mean, look at me in Axiom Verge.
I'm pretty sure that was not in the past 2 years, though.
No.
I don't think that counts.
But what I'm saying is like, in terms of just Metroidvania games, I don't know, it was missing something.
Yeah, true.
And I'm used to my games being padded out, but I'm also used to at least a little bit more, not hand-holding, but better visual, you know, storytelling and advice giving.
Yeah.
But
You get that?
yeah. Well, how about you though? What's your least favorite?
Least favorite, and this is also a reluctant answer, but I have to say Crossing Souls. Because the story was good, but my gripe was that the gameplay felt iffy at times. Especially, like, certain parts just felt very unforgiving. How is he blocking me from behind as well?
I have no idea. But yeah, I think I mentioned it off camera, is that it's an amazing story that fights you getting there.
Yeah, because I'm still having flashbacks, now that I mention it, to that first part near the beginning.
Yeah.
Where, like, they
The
give
bike
you
part?
Well, that too. Not just the bike part, but leading up to it as well.
Yeah, because I remember getting through the bike part really fast, but then that other boss fight was such a pain for me.
Because I remember, what was it? It was the kind of phoned-in stealth section where they tell you have to find the password, but it doesn't tell you everything. Oh, you got cut in half.
Ouch.
Jeez. Okay, that's a thing they do now. But oh, all right. But there was the cheesy stealth. Oh, all right. The stealth section with the password that they don't show all of, and you have to just eventually brute force it just by guessing.
Yeah.
Which I don't feel is really good for any, like, password discovery section. Is trying to just oopsie daisy it.
And if we did miss something, then there still should have been some indication, you know.
Right.
Damn.
All right, Chuckle Nuts. Oh, okay.
Oh, baby.
Back to baby.
Hey, baby. Did you miss me? Yeah.
But yeah, you go from the stealth section to the boss section. Or no, you went from the stealth section to the really long dialogue. Where they just don't seem to shut up before the boss fight.
Yeah, and the inability to skip it is a pain.
Right, and you have to just mash through the whole thing.
The game felt like it was episodic, but released all at once. And I feel like had the game been released in episodic form over time, it would have landed better.
Right.
But I will say, when it finally gets to that ending, it did earn that ending. Like, I never felt any of the story beats near the end came out of nowhere or were, undeserved. Because sometimes you get, like, a game like that where they try to make these big swings near the end of it, and you're just like, where did that come from?
Right.
But no, I liked... I was able to follow the plot, and I enjoyed the characters, and the ending was good. Jeez.
Yeah, this guy's kind of...
Quarter-eaty.
He's turning the game very rated M for mature all of a sudden.
Yeah. Well, these guys also spew blood out of them if you hit them with the sword, but it's not as crazy.
I don't have a sword. I have punches.
Oh, I apparently do smoke bombs, and then I get cut in half.
This dude is very cut in halfy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had the stupid boss fight that was annoying as shit, and took so much health. I think like the first time I fought him, I got stun locked.
Yeah.
Like for my entire life bar.
I will say it cleaned up its act later, but that I can imagine left such a sore taste in your mouth right away that
yeah,
I don't blame you for having problems early on.
Yeah, this
Look,
guy. Oh, God!
Excuse me.
Bless you. Jesus.
I'm allergic to annoying enemies. Apparently.
That's a lot of holy crap. Missile launchers. Okay. Then there was the bike section you mentioned.
Yeah.
Which was just butt because they don't. Like, it doesn't tell you about that one section where you have to go off screen to... Ah!
Yeah, I feel like it should have at least given you, like how it says go right there, like that little indicator should have popped up with like a quick warning.
Like a little up thing, because everything else had a warning, but then you get to that part and it's like, nah, you just gotta wing it.
I wouldn't have even minded if they would have overspelled it out in the tutorial, you know?
Right on. Right on!
No!
Right on!
How?
Oh, you're just gonna beat it up?
How? Well, I don't...
Get jump.
Oh.
B button. There you go.
There we go. Did it.
Urgh.
Look here, you.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Oh. Ow.
Where are you? Don't ride on. Get.
Hey!
Oh my goodness, this is too much.
I'm a baby in a mech.
Get in the other mech.
In a mech.
There you go.
Ah.
We might have broken it a little bit. I'm bringing this with me. This is my new toy.
Danger room.
There is
you
no
can tell
way.
it's dangerous because there's a clown on it.
There is no way I walk through that without having to duck. That's a. Oh yeah.
Why is Doofenshmirtz here?
Oh no! What are you looked significantly more human before.
It's like a weird cactus Incredible Hulk. But seriously, why is Doofenshmirtz hanging out over there?
Why is who?
Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch Phineas and Ferb.
That's such a you show.
He's having a oh Jesus!
Oh. Barrel of laughs. Ow. I deserve that.
Alright, so I was complaining about that, and there was also the other goofy stuff. Damn, okay. Some of the other goofy stuff in Crossing Souls gameplay-wise. But then, moving on a bit.
Yeah.
So what would you say was a surprisingly good game?
One that I was surprised by?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm going to go with... Because we had talked about it beforehand, and I had different choices, but now that I've been thinking about it, actually, I'm going to say Mario 3D World. Because I had heard nothing but things like, oh, it's the bland one, it doesn't feel like a full Mario game, it's the reason the Wii U died. I've heard all kinds of harsh things about it, but like, no, it was the most fun I've had with a Mario game in a long time. And I despite that final level being that final level, I enjoyed every bit of that. I never wanted to put the controller down. I always wanted to be like, no, I can get this if I just fine-tune it just a little more. Like, I understood
the
speedrunners because of that.
Champions Road?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. That was gun! Oh my God, this is... I don't remember the Ninja Turtles speed sections having gun. Oh, I ran out of gun.
Just gonna keep punching and they'll just walk into them.
I mean, it's fine.
Oh, sign.
Can you punch? Okay, you can punch the signs. Good to know.
I just noticed that the robot has a tuxedo painted on it. Like a green tux.
It does!
That's cool.
Oh
now I want an action figure of this thing. But how about you, though? What was your surprisingly good game?
I think I have to say Tales from the Borderlands. Because, like, I'd heard various various things about Telltale games. Like I'd played the first Walking Dead, and we have a time limit.
Oh.
Okay, all right, just kind of focus on it. Just beat them up for a time limit. Okay.
This is literally the sewer level.
Yeah, it kind of is. There we go.
Got it.
That was quick.
Yeah.
All right. Probably because it's just a all right. See you later then. It looked all cooked and skeletal. But the yeah, like I'd heard things like what we discussed about The Walking Dead, how it starts good, but the longer it drags, the worse it gets, and some of the other games, whatnot. Because like late in Telltale's career, they put too much on their plate and they just couldn't handle all of it.
Yeah, and their engine did not evolve well. That's why I'm glad Wolf Among Us 2 is just running on Unreal instead of whatever nonsense engine that they were trying to use.
Yeah. But, yeah, it kind of surprised me. I wasn't expecting a lot from Tales from the Borderlands, especially since a lot of Borderlands games aren't amazing on story. So I was like, yeah, it's probably going to be a thing. It's going to exist. But it was surprisingly really good. And all the characters were likable. I was like, yeah, I think I'm good with it. Jesus. Was that you with all those missiles?
Yep. Ginzu. And then I died. No, I didn't die. I just fell out of my thing.
You just fell out. You lost your
I need
footing.
you to chill out, lady. Freeze.
Oh my, I'm staying away from you while you have that.
Does it hurt you?
No, but I've seen other things happen where you, like, throw enemies at me and it hurts me.
Oh.
Well, dang. But yeah, because of that, because of how it was just likable. An alien? Was he cosplaying as an alien? I think he's just cosplaying.
It's just a giant hardy durian.
What?
That weird
Yeah,
spiky fruit thing.
Yeah.
A whale?
Huh?
Just a whale. Shamu.
Oh,
right
on
there.
on the back. Why is he just there?
I don't know.
This thing just... Okay. Oh, I completely lost my train of thought.
Borderlands still.
Yeah, right. So because the Borderlands games usually don't have the best story, you know, we want treasure, give vault, fight monster, that's it, then I wasn't expecting a lot for story in Tales, but yeah, they actually did really well.
Yeah. And that final boss fight was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
Getting everybody coordinated and working together on it. And just believing in each other and communicating well and trusting each other. Like, the game had a massive theme of trust that permeated the entire game.
Yeah.
And it's like every good thing that happened was because you just shut up and trusted each other, and all the bad things came from a lack of trust.
We just immediately turn around and missile people mid-conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate when they just redo bosses as basic enemies.
Yeah.
Did you already say what your surprise? Yeah, the Mario games.
Mm-hmm.
All right, most disappointing.
I thought we did most disappointing.
No,
or was that
we
just
did
worst game?
worst.
Oh, okay.
This is not necessarily bad games, just like games we expected more from and didn't get it.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to cop out and just say Shantae again, but let's see.
All right, well, guess what? If you don't, I will, because that was my most disappointing game.
Yeah, so I'll let you have that one, and I'll come up with one that I would say I was more disappointed with than anything.
Because, like, there was... I don't know. It wasn't that it was bad. It was fun, but I don't see myself going back to play it. At least not often. Just because, like... You know me. When it came to the Shantae games, I was usually a completist. I would try to get everything. I would try to get the unlockables for speedrun 100%.
Yeah.
But then when I found out that some of the in order to get 100%, you have to actually grind for certain things
Ugh.
that are literally randomly dropped.
Yeah.
So it could take anywhere from 10 seconds to 10 minutes to get an item. So like 10 minutes pretty much kills a speedrun. So that right there immediately just scared me off completely for ever 100%ing that game.
And I remembered my most disappointing answer now.
What's that?
Animal Crossing.
Ah.
Now here's the thing. It's a great game. I understand why people love it. I get the mechanics of it. It's just, for me, I need a game to have like a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, a narrative hook of some kind. Just like, this is what you're doing, here's why. You know, I can't just hang on solid gameplay unless the gameplay loop itself pings off something I enjoy. Like, you know, you know how much I constantly won't shut up about the Surge. Well, at the beginning of the game, there's a little bit of a narrative hook, and then you're just kind of on your own figuring the game out for a bit before you find the story again.
Yeah.
But that part was able to hold me until that hit. Every Animal Crossing game is the same. And
it really is.
As much as I love the games, and I will not decry them as being poorly designed, poorly made, poorly implemented, or a waste of time or anything like that for anyone, they just don't hold me. And I've tried. I own it. I bought it physically, and then I gave my physical copy to somebody else, and then I bought it digitally to try to maybe enjoy it with them. And it still just doesn't do it for me. I've engaged with it as best I can. I have the expansion pack for it. You know, I've tried, and I'll pick it up every now and then and mess with it, but it just... I
just
can't.
Not your cup of tea.
Yeah. It'd be like me expecting somebody else to want to play Doom Eternal when your first-person shooters aren't their thing.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the community around Animal Crossing, though. Like, everyone's just so wholesome. The ties to Doom that it weirdly has.
I was about to say, because it also does sort of like... It does overlap a bit with the Doom...
And the embracing of that little fan nod by all the fans was great, and...
yeah.
Even, you know, GameStop deciding when they were originally going to delay the games, because, like, Doom, they were going to let them release it early because COVID lockdown was hitting, and Nintendo was staunchly saying no. GameStop still went ahead and let us release the game at the same time just because we knew lockdown was going to hit and there was no chance in hell that we were going to be able to release it the following day or at midnight, because it was the last day that we were open.
Yeah.
And then we locked down. And... it was a good decision on our part. In fact, the last thing I did for the company was work the Pokemon launch. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm remembering, like, all the Shantae stuff, like, I think the biggest thing, though, me personally, was when it would tell you to go to a place, but they would wouldn't tell you where to go to do the thing, or they would give you wrong directions. I think the biggest example, there was a part where, one of the characters tells you, oh yeah, we have to go to such and such thing just off of the western coast.
Yeah.
So it made me think we have to fast travel to the westernmost coast and then just start going from there. But instead, you actually had to start from the middle of the map and then go out from there.
Yeah.
Which is not just off the east coast or off the west coast. It becomes like... go from the middle, and they should just said, oh yeah, it's just outside of the hotel we stayed at, because that's a lot more accurate.
And that's actually one of my problems with poorly implemented Metroidvania games, because usually you do a thing and then you get an ability and you just know, oh, this lets me get to this thing from this place that I remember. And that was the case a lot of times, but then the game itself would tell you to go somewhere that contradicted what you're wanting to do naturally as a core unlock. And then you realize... you were supposed to do the thing you wanted to do because that's actually how you unlock the path to the place they told you to go, but they never signal it correctly.
Or they just word it horribly bad.
Yeah. It'd be like, because Metroid Fusion would pull that occasionally, but it was designed in such a way where whenever you hit that roadblock, it made sense. And then it's like, oh, okay, so the ability that I gained, they now want me to use to circumvent the fact that my path is now blocked, but the path blocking occurs in real time, not just, oh, you can't actually go this way due to some kind of artificial means. And a lot of the power-ups in the game felt like just artificial lock and key scenarios.
Yeah.
Whereas in your Metroid games, it always feels like natural progression of your character, that the world was naturally designed the way it is, and you're just developing the ability to traverse it.
Right.
Not just finding a bunch of keys.
So, I'm trying to think, what was the last one? Most anticipated game.
See, that would have been an easy one for me a couple of weeks ago, but then came that Nintendo Direct. And it felt like just a directed right at me Nintendo Direct. So can I just say Nintendo Direct February 2022?
Because there was so much shit. Like, as soon as I saw the, what was it called? The No Man's Sky thing for Switch, I was like, yeah, Brian's probably gonna make me play this now.
Yeah, No Man's Sky for the Switch, Portal 1 and 2 for the Switch. Oh, what about some of the other ones that popped up? Like, those were the two big ones for me, but, like, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Earthbound hitting Nintendo Online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Craziness. Absolute craziness. Love every bit of it. And with No Man's Sky supposed to come out in the summer, yeah. I'm going to have to go with No Man's Sky, with Portal being a close second. And, I don't know, depending on my mood, maybe Portal. Depending on which one I can convince you to play, is really where I'm going with that. Because Portal has the much shorter first game, the amazing sequel, and the fantastic two-player co-op, which I still have yet to complete with anybody.
Oh my goodness.
And I really want to, because it is its own standalone story that I have yet to experience, and I need more Portal. I mean, Portal has Cave Johnson, one of my favorite characters of all time in gaming now. That's such an amazing character that other characters played by that actor I'm just considering to be Cave. Like the Farmers Insurance commercials.
It's all just Cave Johnson?
Yeah, those Farmers Insurance ads, it's just Cave Johnson. He used to sell insurance. Between selling shower curtains and then running Aperture Labs, he did insurance. It fits with his grift.
Shower curtains?
Yeah, he got his fortune selling shower curtains and potatoes.
What?
Yeah. Like I said, Portal goes places. I love that in the world of Half-Life, which is like filled with quantum physics and stuff that like is legitimate genius level science included into its story that, you know, isn't just technobabble. Like a lot of the stuff they talk about, a lot of the equations written down are all real stuff. They had actual quantum physicists on hand to make sure the game was at least making sense with its jargon. Yeah. And then you have Portal in universe with that, where he creates the most powerful technology of all time and then sat on it because he wanted to test it more, because he thought real science comes from just testing things, not actually selling the product you make. Yeah. Like, it also has a universe run by idiots, and I love it. I mean, you have Half-Life, and then you have the phrase, "How are you doing? Because I'm a potato."
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Wouldn't that be a little bit of a spoiler, though?
Not really, because nobody knows what that means.
I know what that means.
Well, yeah, but you know because internet. But if you know because internet, then you're already spoiled on it in general anyway.
Well, you know because internet. Oh, you mean the thing that literally everyone has access to on their phones? Yeah, crazy thing that.
I can describe the story of Prometheus, and to somebody it would be a spoiler for the game, but most people wouldn't understand.
Oh, this guy's just
changing into us.
Yeah, he's just warping.
I'll take the ugly one.
I'll take the handsome one.
His name is Doppel.
I'll take the one that's not going to give me weird looks if I say he's handsome.
Barber. Oh, three of them. Uh-oh.
Okay, cool.
You don't get to be the other guy.
We don't have another guy. Alright, so here's one. What was your favorite game that we didn't play on the channel, just on our own time? And you can copy answers if you want on this.
Yeah. A game I played on my own time that I fell in love with? Ooh. Let's see. Axiom Verge 2. Probably my game of the year for last year. Just that I didn't play on this channel, you know. It expanded on everything I loved in the first game, recontextualized some of that game, and even opened up a theory that other people have latched onto and thought maybe I'm on track with something. Like, in playing it, noticed a little thing that other people couldn't understand, and it opened up a theory for me that I'll explain to you when we do get around to playing it, because we'll get around to playing it eventually.
Okay.
But that one, and maybe close second would also be Carrion, a really good Metroidvania-style game that's surprisingly short, but it's let down because I was hoping it would have more lore to it, and there's literally none. It's all visual storytelling, and it doesn't quite give you the "why the heck is this happening" vibe. But I feel like a sequel would definitely open that up.
Okay. I think I might still have to say Animal Crossing, because like for the most part, for like the last quite a while actually, I want to say the 3 big games I've been playing on the Switch most of the time have just been Animal Crossing, Dead by Daylight, and Splat.
Yeah.
Haven't really ventured too much out from that. Like I've done a little bit of Steam stuff, excuse me. but pretty sure I'm not going to go and say names of that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more explicit.
Yeah. And I mean,
Laser.
And ever since I broke my hand nearly a month ago, I've actually been playing a lot of Plague Inc. because I can play that without the need of my hand as much. Like, this game's not really a big deal because it's my left hand that's messed up, so I'm mostly just standing in one place hitting the action button. But, like, 2 of my hands are fastened together in the cast that goes almost up to my elbow. So, it's been difficult. I get it off tomorrow at least, hopefully.
Okay.
If not, I get a different cast that hopefully will be slightly more comfortable, or at the very least, a splint that I can take off. This thing itches, and thankfully my former boss let me steal one of the 6-inch peg hooks that we use on the wall to jam down this cast to scratch my arm. It has not been fun. But, trying to think if there's any other games that I was kind of surprised by that we didn't play on the channel. Let's see. The Way Better Than It Has Any Right to Be awards got to go to this, what's it called? Mech something or other. Oh, darn it.
I know it was a game you were telling me that I needed to play some mech... Not Mech Warrior.
No. I'll get the name. It's literally downloading on my Switch right now.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you need to stop what you're doing mid-game to pick up your Switch to find it. I promise it'll
hurling people.
I promise it'll still be there.
It is Mech Rage. There we
Mech
go.
Rage.
Mech
Okay,
Rage.
you're still.
It's like 4 cents on the Switch for till next month, and it's just a little top-down twin-stick puzzle shooter thing. And honestly, everybody should give it a shot. It's charming as all get out. You can tell it's a passion project by a small team. It definitely screams, baby's first video game. But not in a bad way. Like, applause to the guys who made it. Like, seriously, everybody should give it a shot. You probably have enough gold coins sitting on your Switch to play it. Like, it's unoffensive and just charming. Like, it's frustrating towards the... I think I'm towards the middle. But, it's cute. I enjoy it.
The guy's name is Scumocide.
It's a great name. I know my next kid's gonna be named.
I'm sorry.
Though he just looks like like Apocalypse forgot to put on his onesie.
I was about to say it just looks like Apocalypse like on a summer day
with an AWACS dish.
Yeah, the goofy frisbee looking head.
Yeah. Come back here and fight me. Ow! I didn't mean I say that.
That's exactly what he came back
me right
to.
in the face. It's like, get over here and fight me, dent.
God, dog. Oh, this definitely seems like a quarter-eating boss. Ugh.
I swear, those explosions look like the ones from Mega Man Legends, just bigger.
Okay, what?
His hitboxes are weirdly two-dimensional.
Yeah. I'm not digging this guy. So how are you doing your little spinny thing?
Oh, I hit both Y and B at the same time. That's my special move.
Okay, so mine's a little electric thingy.
Yeah, and the baby just kind of explodes. And then the other guy, he launches a bunch of smoke bombs into the air. Given that he's not on the ground, I don't think your special's doing it.
Yeah, same. Not to mention, it also seems... My special seems very, very close proximity. And he's very, mobile.
And I think it uses some of your health, I can't tell.
It's not using my health.
Okay.
It uses health if it connects.
Okay, that explains why I couldn't do it again when I had 0 health.
Okay, so, like...
Yeah, okay.
So I could potentially just spam it until he gets close enough. This seems like a great mechanic. Oh, fuck. Okay, it's fine.
Ow! You know what I wanted you to do.
Just all of a sudden, big guy hits you.
Bosses
Ow!
don't get iframes, damn it.
Dude, have you played a beat-em-up? Bosses get lots of iframes.
You get Ginzu'd. That's right. You better die.
I think he got
coming over there to give you the business.
just kicked in the pills. Oh my goodness, I forgot how quarter munchy that final boss was.
Yeah.
It definitely looks like Apocalypse on that
Yeah.
that close-up portrait.
Yeah.
My goodness. But yeah, I played the Super Nintendo version, and it most certainly didn't have like the splitting people in half thing.
Yeah.
That certainly wasn't in the Super Nintendo version.
Did you have a game you didn't play that was that kind of surprised you with how good it was?
A game that I didn't play?
That we didn't play on the channel, I'm saying.
Oh, I
Like,
was
a
like,
game we
what?
didn't play on the channel that was like better than it has any right to be vibes.
Well, no, because I said that we only had like...
Oh yeah.
There's only a handful of games I played off of the channel.
True.
I think the only... Because, like, having gotten, like, a much better laptop than I had before, the only other thing I've gotten... Like, I've been getting into Steam a little bit more, but the only other game I played, what? Was, like, a dance troupe going
Apparently.
on, or what's... Okay. But yeah, the only other thing, besides adult games whose names I will not share here, is Fallout 4, which ran surprisingly well on, surprisingly well on my laptop. I wasn't expecting it to actually be good.
Yeah.
There we are. What? What? Don't laugh. It's what my mom named me.
There's lots of cap and com on that list.
Yeah. All right. So, year-end wrap-up.
Oh yeah.
For the past 2 years, the small cluster of games that we played, whether it be due to just more long play games or...
We definitely have a longer playlist of weird crap that I'm going to put him through over the next year.
I mean, I've got weird games I'm making you play, too.
Okay, oops, sorry.
Can you stop dropping shit?
No.
Alright, so next time then.
See you next time.